But this is the Big and Lazy Podcast. I'm B Fans, and we back with another episode, another special guest. Introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? Peace Mafia. It's Aste. You already know what it is. From the West Coast to Louisville. I'm here. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Yeah. You know, thanks for stopping by and being prompt. You know what I mean? She even brought a costume change, man. You
gotta stay ready. I didn't know what I might feel like putting on. You know.
So how did you feel? Like, how does it? What brings you to Louisville? Like,
what brings me here?
Yeah.
Well, so I have family here.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad is from here originally. Yeah. So I've grown up like coming to visit, but since about 2013, 14, I've been coming back to like visit family and, just being in the music. It's like just because I'll leave home, it doesn't stop for me, So I'll just we have the privilege of being able to get on social media and hashtag, indie artists events or indie community and like find other independent artists in the area. So that's what I would do. And since then I was just like, you in your journey, you're like, yeah, I got to take over in certain states and get my name out there in certain states. So I'll be like, yeah, come to Louisville, hang out. But yeah, I got family here. So
that's dope. Mm-hmm. Louisville is, we rising on the music scene. A lot of people, shit on Louisville, but I love what we had. They
shouldn't do that because a lot of people done broke out of Louisville over the last 5 years. We got a couple of them.
We got a lot.
Yeah.
And I hate when people compare Louisville to like bigger cities. Like Louisville's a college town, really. But you comparing, of course, we ain't got no protein. This is a college town.
Okay.
This ain't no major city. Ain't no major, as far as size, but you really can't compare us to Baltimore or Miami.
Right. Like right. Apples and oranges.
So have you, what's one of your favorite, have you worked with any local artists or what's one of your?
Have I worked with anyone? I know me and Braxton were in the studio one time. Shout out Braxton. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we put anything out, but ironically, Ben and I worked on a track. Shout out Python P. He actually sent me like 2 tracks. He's producer from out west, works really closely with like Pac Music. He is Pac Music. He works really closely with Absol, other members in TD and numerous other acts out that way. He sent the beat and me and Ben actually got on that at Evo. So I think you're my first official Louisville collaboration, really.
What's Evo? Was that festival?
Studio. It's across from Downtown Recording. I'm still learning, so if I'm saying the names wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's across the street from Downtown Recording. That's on y'all's 4th Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that area? Was the Studio 502? Is that in the same building, the OB96?
I think so. I think I heard that. Yeah. The homie Ty took me over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we recorded a podcast on there once upon a time.
Cool.
It was a collab with Dope Shit Raw Shit Podcast.
Dope.
We did. They got like a selfie studio in there too. It's like a whole. Wow. If we're talking about the same building, it's like a whole floor, like selfie, like perfect, like
wow.
Yeah, they got prop money. They got it's some dope backgrounds in there.
Dope. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to see what's up. I need to shoot some content. It's time.
So you said shooting content, like it's kind of hard shooting content. It ain't say it's hard shooting content, but it's like sometimes it gets overbearing, because content creators, the good ones, you got to be, what I mean?
It is a daily thing. It's a daily commitment. It does get extremely overwhelming. And I feel like to be a creative or to be someone who is offering something today in today's time, you have to take on that cross to be a content creator as well.
Yeah, because content creator, like, it mixes well with everything. Like, if you're a baker, if you, anything, cutting grass. And content creating can take you to a whole nother level.
Yeah. It's the way we consume. I feel like it's the way people consume their information now. It's mostly through content via their device. We don't really read magazines anymore. We don't really read newspapers anymore.
I believe, Instagram feed, like.
They're on it.
Yeah, real talk. Like, that's my main. I'm guilty of that. 98% of my. But not the blogs and stuff, that goofy shit, but like verified sources, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The lawn guy, you familiar with him? The dude that cut Rick Ross's grass?
Is that the guy? Does he make like content where he'll like tell you about the location and show you like a bird's eye view before and after?
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, he's making a good living just making cutting grass and making content.
That check be cool. They be getting a cute little content check. They really do.
What platform would you say you the biggest on? Or what would you say is?
Well, everything starts with the art for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am an artist to the bone,
right.
to the core. It's about the music, the creative process, you know. So everything starts, you know, with the music. So I'm going to go DSPs with that. But of course, like, I love
What's
YouTube.
DSPs?
Oh, digital distribution. So like your Spotify,
Okay,
where you stream music, that's like the heart of my journey and my mission. But like I've been exploring with YouTube when it comes to content. Just because my feel is like more raw, more authentic. I think I like to put out maybe like 7 to 10 minutes worth of content, you know, per episode. I kind of like a little more long form, so I like YouTube, but I try to hit them all.
What episodes? Like, what do you mean by like what would you?
Yeah, so I have some series that are out there. I usually like to move forward with like series based content. I feel like that's how I've learned to make the best or make the most of my like investment financially and time wise. So like I have a series called the Indie Chronicles right now. I think we have 2 episodes out. It's basically a series that follows my journey as an independent artist, you know, and I speak to the trials and tribulations of that. You know, I feel like I meet a lot of people, I've met a lot of folks, and I have a lot of friends and peers, and like a lot of folks just try to like shine everything up and like put a lot of fluff and like sugar on shit, and like where I shine is just like being authentic. So like I share my trials and tribulations of the shit that stresses me out about being an independent artist, and when shows don't go as planned, or when you have that janky promoter, or when you're having that breakdown because you're not where you wanted to be 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like I show all that side. So yeah, that's Indie Chronicles. That's up on my YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Oh,
so how often do you drop? Like you say how long you been doing?
Yeah, so I mean I try to drop as I try to drop maybe like, well, how I do it is I plan my seasons out. So right now, ideally, we'd be working on spring, and winter is rolling out.
Right.
So, but yeah, over the last few months, like just making that move, like moving out of my old space in Los Angeles and then having to jump up to Nashville to do like some writing, like songwriting for other artists, and then came down here to visit family, realized I might want to stay for a season or 2. So I've kind of been like jumping around, haven't been able to like ground in my creative space. Like, of course I have my equipment and I could record anywhere, but it's just like, I'm just like in a different space, you know what I mean? So I haven't been dropping as much.
Right.
Yeah, but it's definitely time to like sit down and chop stuff up and put it out. Yeah.
And before we get to that, I was going to ask you something. We're going to take a quick break. This is the Big and Lazy Podcast. Follow us on all platforms. We on everything, YouTube, Spotify. But go to our website, bigandlazy.com. There you see it on the screen. There's our mailing list right there. That first tab on the left, you can support us. It's buy us a coffee. It's a subscription service. Instant access to every Big and Lazy episode instantly. You ain't got to wait 2 and 3 weeks. If you don't want to wait, $5 a month. You see me. You see the girls. Confirmed Network. If you don't want to subscribe, I understand that. It's you can donate in increments of 3. There you go. Buy us a beer, a cold one. Buy us a coffee. We appreciate it. And we thank you for all the support. But this is the Big and Lazy Podcast. Give us something good to eat and give us something good to watch.
Give us something good to eat and something good to watch. Something good to eat.
It could be anywhere.
There's a spot out here that's so good, and I can't even.
What kind of food they serve?
You said what kind of food?
What kind of food they serve? What kind of food they got?
It's kind of like a burger stand, like, but it's so good, and the fries are so hot when they get there. But I can't think of it.
Ollie Trolleys?
No, out in Cali.
Nah.
What'd you say?
I said Ollie Trolleys on 30th Street.
No, it's not Ollie Trolleys, but can't think. But I mean, something good to watch. The last thing that I watched that my eyes were glued to the screen was 911. Some people call it 9/11 with Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Oh my God, had me glued to the screen.
Really?
It was so good. Yes, it was so great. And something good to eat. I'm gonna say make your own cheeseburger at home, like, because this is what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
Put salt and pepper on the patties. Put a little mustard on the patties. You're gonna put that on the skillet. You're gonna use American cheese. You're gonna make your secret sauce. It's gonna have mayo, ketchup, mustard. You're gonna add a little vinegar and some relish.
You make your own mac sauce?
I do.
That's what's up.
Gotta have it.
Yeah. I've been messing with the Walmart sauces, the knockoff Cane sauces, the knockoff chicken
Is
filet.
it good? Cane's taste like Lawry's and mayo and something. Cane's don't taste. Yes.
Yeah.
It tastes like sauce with a bunch of Lawry's in it.
Yeah, you can say that. But you need that sauce for that bland ass chicken.
They putting crack in it.
You think so?
Yes, that's why people want it so much, because it's not that damn good.
It's not.
They putting crack in it.
To this day, remember how niggas was acting over that Popeye sandwich?
I do.
I think COVID was God's way of punishing us for that.
For niggas being that gluttonous.
Over a goddamn chicken sandwich.
Really, guys? Over a chicken
people
sandwich,
People got killed over that sandwich. People was killing and fighting over chicken. I'm like, I got to do better, man.
I was doing DoorDash at the time.
Yeah.
And there's a particular Popeyes on... Is it on Slauson? No, it's on Fig.
Uh-huh.
There's a particular Popeyes by the studio I used to rent out at. And whenever I would get a DoorDash for that one, I would politely decline it, because I'm not getting ready to wait 3 hours for some shit, for some chicken sandwich. And I'm not getting ready to fight the homeless person at the window because they trying to get the chicken sandwich before I can drive off in my Prius. I'm not doing it.
And the thing is, like, my buddy used to work at Popeyes, but he said the chicken sandwich is not new. It's been there forever. So I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, it's been there forever. He worked there back in, this is high school, so this is back in 08, 09, like in that type of time frame. So I don't know what the big hype was.
Shows you the power of promo. They started promoting it with some new marketing and new branding, put a little jingle on it. They got their little influencers to act like it's so good, and hey, it's packaged. They got a couple million off it.
It goes back to the content creator. But
come on, content.
You said you spoke on backtrack a little bit. The struggles of an independent artist, of an indie artist. What's some of the struggles and like the downside of being independent?
The downside, well, it's so rewarding. I don't want to sound like a pessimist, but I definitely am more of a realist these days. And some of the downsides are, you get burnt out. You have to earn your stripes. There's so many pros and cons. Like, it might take you longer. Mm-hmm. It might take you longer to get to where you think success is. Truly, we know if we study the greats and we study those that come before us, we know that the journey is the true destination. But, when you're in it, it doesn't always feel like that. You want to come up. You want to see your achievements. You want to see the investments that you've made with your time and your resources, bear fruit. Mm-hmm. And so, like, some of the downsides, maybe sometimes, that journey takes 15 or 10 years. That's word to Victoria Monet. Mm-hmm. That's Money Long right there. That's Doja Cat. Just a few women. MIA was just recently speaking on it that, it took them a while, and they acknowledged that. I would say the time, the sacrifice. You sacrifice, not being at the family events or the birthdays, or even just socially. We don't always, in society, we don't really glamorize the life of an independent artist or that as a career path. So for those of us who choose that out, some of us are lucky and blessed enough to be supported by our families, but some people have to hear, that ain't no real job.
Right.
We don't get a real job, things like that. And the industry can be a little difficult to navigate sometimes. Mm-hmm. Relationships, networking, and in today's time, you gotta wear multiple hats. And if you're not blessed enough, or not if you're not blessed enough, but if you're not able to kind of like bring in a team of people, and you're trying to wear multiple hats, what usually happens is you get burnt out. So, those are some of the downsides. But the pros, just to balance this out, you got complete control. If you know your stuff, you won't be taken advantage of. You own your masters. You're 100% in control of your narrative. Mm-hmm. And, it's on you to stay studied up and to stay current and abreast with what's going on. And, learn about publishing royalties, learn about your splits, try to be as professional as possible, and, just stay in the game. So those are some of the pros. You have more control. Example, like you see some of these artists get on Twitter and be like, I want out of my deal. Yeah. I want out of, or the way that folks have to like manipulate and navigate to get out. Frank Ocean got out of his deal. He was just savvy. Uh-huh. Like.
He was in a bad deal? Like, when, was this recently?
No, this wasn't recently. I think this was for, was it Channel Orange?
That was it that one? Album.
Yeah, classic album for sure. Frank makes great music. But yeah, those are some of the pros and cons.
Did he drop in this, what's it called, Nostalgia? Did he drop a Nostalgia tape? Was it, who? Blonde? Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, like, so what would be the, a dollar sign, like, if you had to pick what would be you know.
To sign?
Yeah, to sign.
So what kind of deal?
I don't know, a 360
A
deal.
360?
Yeah, what's the be
Is a 360 ever worth it? If Kendrick Lamar came to me and said,
yeah,
I'm only doing it for Kendrick. A 360, damn. I don't know if I could see myself doing that. I guess it would depend on the entity. But, you know, what I would want to call in is more like a marketing deal. I feel like I could do really great with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, can you a big Kendrick fan?
I mean, I'll say I love him.
Because the good kid in that city is probably, I'll put that like, Nas is like my number one rapper, but I put a good kid, Mad City, right at number 2 behind Illmatic.
Of all time?
Of all time,
Woo!
yeah. Illmatic,
I'm happy we wanted the same people, brother.
Really?
Shanana.
Yeah, that was a classic though. Just the whole, the way he tied the voicemails and the prelude to the songs, like that was crazy.
Yeah, I love Kendrick.
So if you could have a feature, if we had like the Martians or Hurricane take over the earth, and we need a hot song, a number one song from you, and you had a blank check from any producer, and you need one producer and one feature, who would it be?
One producer and one feature?
To make a song, to make a hit song.
I'm going to go Pharrell on production.
That's nice.
And I'm going to go Doechii on feature.
Doechii. I ain't hip to you.
Doechii. Yeah, TDE on a Doechii. Yeah,
West
she's
Coast?
hot shit right now. Yeah, she's on TDE. She's killing it.
Really? I got to check her out.
Yeah, she's dope. But yeah, I think we would make something timeless. And I hear myself singing and I hear her rapping like a beast.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So what was some of your influences growing up? Like, what was some of your musical influences growing up?
Musically, so I have a musical background, come from a musical family. My dad is a vocalist and bassist. So I was raised on like my parents' music. My mom was born in 58, dad's born in 63. So like I was raised on classic rock and classic soul. Right. Everything Motown, Prince, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Steve Perry, like all of that, right? So, but yeah, my greatest influences, I mean, the women of Motown. I mean, you got your Patti LaBelle's too, you got your Aretha Franklin's, just to go even further. You got your Mahalia Jacksons. My era, just coming up, seeing Beyonce, of course. How can I not say that name? Just seeing the triple threat of performance. I always connected so deeply with Jimi Hendrix, I think, just for the artistry and just the musicianship and just his spirit, that energy I align with, like spirituality as well. So that love Prince. Like, Prince is probably like my favorite artist of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
My mother's the biggest Prince fan. She cried. Did you cry when he died? Like,
of course.
She cried real, like.
Of course.
Real tears. My brother passed. I don't know who she cried for more. Like, she was, I'm serious. Like, she cried, like, because I called the news, like, I got the notification on, one of them social sites, somebody unresponsive at Paisley Park. I'm like, who about to fucking
Right, like, why is somebody at Paisley Park unresponsive?
Right, I'm like.
Dog, I remember the elevator pic.
The elevator pic, I ain't hear.
Yeah, it was like an elevator pic, like all over the news, like, because they said he got dropped in the elevator, like he was. And
collapsed. He was on the pic. I didn't never see it.
Yeah, it was like I think maybe I just visually remember seeing it. Yeah.
R.I.P. Prince, man.
R.I.P. Prince. His energy lives on. He probably left his body on some meditative shit before it even happened. Like.
Yeah. And he was one of the first artists to be like you said, owning your masters, be independent.
Super about that.
He was
super adamant about telling artists. Like, he stopped. I don't know what iconic show that was, but he like stops it. Like, Russell Simmons is in the crowd, and he's like going into this super prophetic like speech about like being an artist and owning your masters.
Was he like?
I think he was accepting an achievement award. I think I might be wrong with that, but it might have been a lifetime achievement. But yeah, he's one of the first ones that on that Sam Cooke shit. Look, y'all gonna do me right, run my numbers right. Really advocating for artists to get the respect they deserve and the numbers they deserve.
You think Sam Cooke? You ever read the theories behind his death? Like, you think it's? the higher powers took him out?
The powers that be. There's always kind of that thread, in throughout history. I don't know if that's my place to say. I don't know. I would have to look deeper into it. It's something that interests me. I love like reading up on like historical events and like just real shit that's happened in the world. Like even just watching it. Like I'm not a big like series watcher or like movie watcher. I like to watch like something like that where somebody like digs into the theories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good one to watch is JFK, the Open Glass Theory. You seen that one?
No, but you know what? Yeah, my dad was watching it.
By Oliver Stone?
Yes.
That's real good. So let's dive back into your background and origins.
Yeah, let's do that.
Life in L.A., like, can you tell us your relationship with Steve Lacy and Fred Martin?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so as I said, I'm from L.A., so, grew up musical family, all throughout, like, elementary school, just always very musically inclined. Like, my dad sung and all that. He brought me a keyboard when I was, like, 10. He was like, look, if you're going to do music, if you're going to sing, you need to know your music. You need to know how to read. You need to know music theory. You need to know your chords. You need to train your pitch, and all that. So I started going to church with a friend of mine named Aaron, and I went to Zoe Christian Fellowship of Whittier, and Steve also went there. Yeah. So, we sang in the choir, and our choir director was Fred Martin, and I believe, he had Urban Entertainment Institute. That's what it is. And through his entity, we were able to like do many things. Like we performed every Christmas and New Year's on CBS, and like we were able to like attend like the BET Awards and like perform there, and like just many different opportunities. And that's where I got a lot of my training. Like that's where I got a lot of my like initial vocal training was in the church, because like Fred does not play. Like he would get on that keyboard and he trained our voices. Sung there with like Faith, her sister Ashley, Brandon, B-Tal. It was really cool. But and so that's, you said Steve, and did you say Lizzie? No, you said Fred Martin. Yeah, that's how, me, Fred, and Steve know each other. And I remember like when Steve was like starting to play bass guitar. And so when he got hooked up with the internet and he was their bassist, like we were just so proud of him. Like I remember myself, Aaron, and his older sister Valen, we went to one of their concerts together. Yeah, so it's been really nice to see like everything take off, and Fred is still working with youth. He works primarily with like youth like and choirs and creatives that way.
You said he performs on the internet. You said he got hooked up with the internet. What do you mean by that?
Steve Lacy, he was in a band called The Internet.
Oh, okay, the internet.
Yeah,
okay.
With the lead singer Sid. Are you hip?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably like if we played one of their songs, you might like recognize it.
And could you tell us about Lizzie?
Yeah,
Jeff and
yes, that's what I've been doing. Yeah. So I mean, around like 2013, 2014, just kind of like exploring my own thing. But around like 2015, 16, I was doing a show at Simply Wholesome, which is a organic smoothie shop out in LA, out in Inglewood, I think. Yeah, Inglewood. And
you did a show at a smoothie shop?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Organic smoothie. Yeah, but there's so many other things there. There's a lot of just like health and wellness. Like it's big for the conscious health and wellness community. Like we got our African black soap there, shea butters, natural tonics. It's really great. And so I met Lizzie there. I think she was with her brother Slim, and Lizzie, she was somebody who was already like deep into her craft. She's a West Coast wave goddess. Go ahead and search her up, y'all. LIZZYJEFF. So she does a number of things, but really she curates events as well as makes music. Yeah. So she has a series called the Zen and Kush series, and basically it's an interactive like installment where she'll take over a space and create like a 24-hour like event space. And so I would be like one of the artists on the bill. And so her and I, we like, grew to like have a really good relationship, and we have a few songs out there together that have like done really well. I'm grateful for that. Like she like put me on the feature and stuff. And yeah, so we built for like 7 years. Like I spent a lot of time running with Liz and like Zen and Kush and that whole community and everyone that I met through there. So, but yeah, that's what I was doing in LA a lot. We were able to travel. We were able to go do like Tassili's in Atlanta, and we were able to go to Oregon. We went to San Francisco, Miami.
Yeah. And this was a show like a traveling, like a Zenica?
Yeah,
like
well, Lizzie, she's an artist herself. She's really big in the cannabis community as well.
Oh, okay.
So, like, yeah, we were able to do Spirit Weavers, which is like a pretty large gathering that happens in the summertime. And just really like a healing ceremony for women and men, but they're like separate. And so you kind of just like are there with the earth and the forest. Lisa Bonet popped out one time. It was really cool. But we were able to like perform there. Lisa Bonet.
Oh, okay. No
yeah,
shit.
she popped out one time when we were performing. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting a chance to sing in front of Lisa Bonet right now.
Did you get a chance to meet her? Did you like actually get a...
I didn't meet her or talk to her, but we were doing the angel wash, and that's like something where like we're all standing there just kind of like extending our healing energy, like one person in front and like the other person, like say they're in front of me facing my way, and one person is like passing through, and like I was going through, and when I opened my eyes at one point, she was there and she was smiling, and I was like, I'm in heaven.
So this is like a... This is like a festival, like the Zen. Okay, I'm kind of...
See, this is where we're kind of getting into, you know, I get it now. Like, I didn't used to get, like, what people would say, oh, that LA shit. Like, but, like, I kind of get it now because, you know, we're very open-minded people. Mm-hmm. We're very progressive people, and we're down with all the new stuff and all the weird stuff, you know, and different things. And, you know, we're not necessarily Mason-Dixon, so I feel like little more spirituality can slip through there a little easier. Yeah, so it's kind of like...
the South is like real Bible Belt. That's
real Bible Belt. I can almost slip up and get a little West Coasty sometimes. People hit me with the brow.
Yeah.
Right. You out here rubbing crystals on your armpits? Better put some deodorant on type shit. No, I'm just playing. I never stopped wearing deodorant. I can't do it.
So would you... I almost choking my ice. But yeah, it was like a fad for a while, but you got to be eating right to not, you know what I mean? You just can't be...
Yeah, it starts on, you know, it's all about what you put in your body. So you are what you eat.
Does that, like, does Zen and Kush, does they practice veganism? Does they practice
well, Liz herself is a vegan for sure. And yeah, we do. That was part of the, you know, one huge brand characteristic was like veganism and just being more conscious about what you're consuming. You know, why are you consuming it? You know, we would always have the organic fruit, you know. Yeah, we would have like Chef Dom. He would have these really dope steam buns. So, yeah.
You talking about Chef Dom from Louisville, Damo?
No, he ain't from Louisville. He's from out our way, I think. No, I think he's from Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay, shout out to Chef Dom.
Shout out to both Chef Doms. Both of them.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So, this is the Big and Lazy podcast, and we ask everybody this: who would you like to see on the set? But you gotta be able, I think I'm every time. But you gotta be able to make that call or make that connection and help us get it on here.
Who would I like to see on the set? Man, I gotta go with my homie Ben. He's already so close. I already told you about his music. You're probably gonna hear it because we're gonna kick it in the studio. I'm gonna invite y'all to my events.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna hear the
song. We're gonna be in there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to chop it up with Ben. He's an interesting Gemini.
That's what's up, man. We're gonna get him on here sooner than later.
Yeah.
So what type of events do you be doing? Like you said, we invited to the...
Well, I'm more on the like intimate kind of like private, you know, entry, like invite only. I love to do like listening parties. I love to kind of always have a few spaces for guests to come in for like writing camps and stuff. Because I'm just like, I love the creative process. Like that's my thing. Like, I love making music. I love producing it, engineering it. I love working directly with people to kind of like pull out those lines and those words and those melodies and just like work on, you know, working with the instrumental, seeing what's the vibe that comes out of it. And just like, it's such a healing process for me. So like, that's my favorite thing. It's like being in the studio, being in some sort of creative space.
Have you ever been to John Woo's Studio Corner? Is it
out here? I haven't. Someone needs to take me.
You're invited to the next. I don't know how often he does. I think once a year, but it's a pretty dope event. I went to the last one, and it was over in Jeffersonville. It was a nice space out there. It was like an open air space, had bartenders and shit like that. It was
cool.
Pretty dope. I done met some dope people doing this podcast, and I done got into some rooms. Yeah, into some rooms that I thought I'd never be in. Shout out to everybody, man. I do love it. I love to support anybody that likes, shares, comments, subscribes.
Yes, like, share, subscribe. Y'all big and lazy.
I'm only one man, so I try to get back to everybody, you know. I got a good team behind me.
Shout out the team.
Shout out to him, man. He's a good dude, man. And he instilled in me, like you got to be consistent. And, like, we started last June 13th is when we put our first episode out. Every week since then. We ain't missed a week.
Shout out to y'all. Are we going to put some clap tracks right there?
Yeah, we got some drops. Right. He'll hit us with a drop. Yeah. Cool. Female Noir Sound LLC.
Oh, yeah, Femme Noir Sound. That's my LLC.
I fucked that up, didn't I?
You're good. Why did I pick such a crazy name? Like, you know, but fuck it. We're going to ride with it. Yeah. FNS. Yeah, so that is my entity. It is a music and media brand. Our tagline is documenting Black herstory, but of course, you know, at the core of us, it's just about the art. So, like, you know, come Men's History Month, I'll do like a whole series based on like my favorite male independent artist. You know what I mean? Come Hispanic Heritage Month, you know, I'm tapping in with my brown peoples. Like, but yeah, you know, the. So
is it like a record label? Or is it a?
Well, we're a music and media brand. We do have the opportunity to, you know, we can like, you know, handle your music business as well. Yeah. So eventually that's where I want to grow to. Right now I just have like a few artists that I work with, just kind of giving them that next level experience. I'm still growing, but I didn't see, you know, why I couldn't, you know, put things in place to help myself and just to begin that journey of helping other independent artists in my place. The things that I've learned. I don't have to wait until I have $1 million to pour back into the world. Right. You know, and create safe places for artists like myself. You know, initially it started for like younger Black women. Like I would always run into them and they would be like, oh my God, like I'm so happy I found you as an engineer because I've been having like weird experiences and and I'm just like, I need to create like a safe space, like not even only just for us, but for people who just want like a little more intention and someone who kind of understands like the creative process from an artist perspective, you know. Yeah, so we put out content. We put out like a series for Women's History Month. That was really cool. Yeah. And yeah.
I'm about to check that out.
Thank you.
So would you say as a Black woman, you experience like, I ain't gonna say creeps or like, you know, have you experienced like situations that you wouldn't experience if you was a man or you was a, you know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like that's probably part of the journey, and there's things that men experience that, you know, that I have no idea of, you know, but yeah, a little bit, but like I've learned to, you know, stand firm on my shit and like, you know, be prepared, like, you know, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. I guess we're still calling it a male-dominated industry. Somebody can run the numbers on that. It probably is. But, you know.
I don't know. Females, they
kind of taking over a little bit, ain't they?
Ain't no kind of to it. They
really out here.
Yeah, that's kind of, you know.
Yeah.
You got Sexy Red, you got Lotto, you got Glow, you got.
Yeah. Tierra Whack, SZA, Doechii.
Yeah. But my favorite female artist, well, Lotto, she's kind of growing on me, but it's called. It's a girl called Love the Genius. You ever heard of her?
Love the Genius. That sounds familiar. Is she from Louisville?
Nah, she's from Buffalo. She's with Griselda, Benny the Butcher now.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, her and Alchemist had just recently dropped the project.
Nice.
She's nice, man. She got that nice, just
like flow hip hop.
Yeah, just laid back and you know.
Do you know who Lady London is?
That sounds familiar, but
she's a rap. She rap. Well, she's really, I feel like, more spoken word, but she's been really like branching out really well.
She's from here?
She's from New York, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like who's your favorite female artist? Like who's your right now?
Favorite female artist right now?
Yeah.
That's out? Oh, I like a few. I really like I love Doja Cat. I loved her last project. It was great. I mean, SZA's awesome. I don't even have to say that.
She's dope.
Yeah, she's dope. I really like Cleo Soul. Like her project was timeless to me. I mean, all the greats and griots. I mean, Jill Scott, Marsha Ambrosius, like, you know, what do I even, like, do I have to mention them? Erykah Badu, like, you know, just the amazing people. But yeah, those are a few of them. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Janae. Oh my God, I love Janae.
Aiko?
Yeah.
I love her too, man.
Yeah, Summer Walker put out some shit that took me all the way back to the 90s. I appreciated that. Sounded different. Shook me up. I like when something catches my
You talking
ear.
about her latest project? Is this?
I don't know if she put out a whole project. I've been hearing Heart of a Woman, though.
Mm-hmm.
I've been hearing that single on the radio. I think it sounds great.
That Luther by Kendrick and
You like
Slim.
that Luther?
Oh my God, that's
If
nice.
this world was mine, I'll take your
Yeah,
chance and make
that's
them
real.
multiply.
Oh, you should see me singing that Snooze. That was on the radio when I was driving.
Hit it one time for me.
Nah, I can't sing. No,
Yes, you can.
Fuck, I can't. No, I'm a.
How can I?
Nah, I can't sing.
Huh?
Do you ever do any covers? Do you ever?
I've done a few. I need to do more. I was really big on like original music
Is that still a thing though? Because I remember once upon a time it was like.
covers.
Yeah,
it
like
was really big.
It was in the World Star days, like the early World Star days.
Yeah.
Like, that's how some people blew up doing covers. Like
a lot of people. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's still a thing. I definitely like. It's always in my plans. Sometimes I may not get to it just because like there's so many things to execute, and if I don't have that many hands, sometimes things have to be sacrificed for other things to, be executed. But yeah, I love a good cover. I'm planning on doing them.
A lot of songs I'm learning. Like I follow this one page and like he goes back and I didn't realize how many samples, like how many songs are samples and covers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, that Whitney Houston song,
Which one?
The Bodyguard,
I Will Always Love You.
that's a cover.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know
Who
that.
did it first? Not Dolly Parton, did she?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it Dolly?
It might have been Dolly. Was it Reba?
I think it is.
That wasn't Reba, was it?
No, it wasn't Reba. I think it's Dolly.
Yeah, like a lot of my childhood's been a lie, man. So
That's all right.
give us your top 5 albums, your top 5 projects.
Albums of all time?
Of all time, yeah.
Oh, holy night. Shit. In no order, I'm going Damn. That's in there.
Kendrick?
Yeah. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill's in there.
Oh, you put Damn over.
No, I'm not in no
Okay,
particular
go
order
ahead.
because that would take us forever.
Yeah.
Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder.
Oh, that's a nice one.
What else?
You think Damn is better than Good Kid, Mad City?
Better is not a conversation for Kendrick's work in my mind.
It is better if I say top 5 and you don't put that one in there. That's
there is no better.
It's good, best, and best, better.
Amazing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Crazy or Dangerously in Love, like just is the album Dangerously in Love? Yes. Because I saw somebody online doing DIL the other day. I was like, the kids have taken over.
Uh-huh.
That was just such a iconic album to me because it hit me at a time where I was like a kid and I was realizing like I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 4. I need one more. Ooh, it's fighting for that spot. I'm gonna go. Oh, fuck it. We gotta go Michael. We gotta go Michael Thriller.
Yeah, you got it.
Or Bad.
Yeah.
Michael Bad.
That's a solid top 5.
That's a solid top 5.
Yeah. But that's a solid top 5. It could be better. Cause I don't know. I think Good Kid, Bad
Subjective.
It's subjective. That's the thing though. People don't realize like art is
Good Kid, Mad
subjective.
City is amazing though. Don't get me wrong. It's like soundtrack to my.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's not even separate from me. It's just like.
I listened to
part
that
of my
because I had a
being.
long commute to work at the time it dropped.
So you would throw that on?
Yeah, I would throw it on.
Man.
It was like a 35-minute drive, and I was just,
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that and the Game Jesus piece. Like,
Oh yeah.
a lot of people don't. I don't know. They look down on Game, but like,
You
he
like
makes
that
good
one?
music.
He makes good music. Yeah.
I don't think he's the coolest guy. He's kind of corny, but he makes.
Damn, is he corny?
I don't know. The shit he be saying is corny as shit. Like,
boom.
he's like,
Shots fired.
yeah. Then
Corny. Is he a blood though?
I don't fucking know. I don't know. He does a lot of corny shit. I don't. Then he goes on Drinks Champs. This is what I don't get.
Fuck.
In New York, they don't play about guns. So why
Right.
would you go on a platform and just describe a whole shootout that was some dumb shit. I didn't
Damn.
get that. Yeah,
Ain't they be telling, don't they?
Yeah, I don't. That was some dumb
Is
shit.
the hip hop police a real thing, Jesus?
Hell, the police they hitting Ricos and shit. You see, Lil Baby
Man,
change
I do
his.
see what they done did.
Yeah, Lil Baby changed his whole record label name. He's separating his music
Yes.
and
Right.
so it might be
Side
coming.
note, I like Little Baby. I really do. And I like Gotti too. Love
do?
that project. Yeah. The one with Brown Bag. Yeah, I love I love Lil Baby's interview. I love his music, of course, but his interviews is like, I love watching them. They're always so refreshing. I'm just like, this guy's smart.
What other podcasts besides this one are you listening to right now?
I love The Read, of course. I love to listen to Breakfast Club too. What else do I listen to? I like to watch like.
There's so many good ones out.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah, like $1 million worth of game. That's always.
Oh yeah, $1 million worth of game is always good.
The food went up there. Wallow. We went.
You went?
Yep. To Cincinnati, had a book signing up there.
Cool.
Yeah, got a picture with him and shit.
Yeah, they're great. You mentioned Drink Champs already. What's with Tank and Jay Valentine? R&B Money.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Love R&B Money. My dirty secret is I watched Joe Budden. I watched the Joe Budden podcast. Don't call me white girl.
Cause you listen.
I fucking love her.
Cause you listen to Joe Budden. He's the biggest Joe. But he got a Joe Budden tattoo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I like the podcast. They got like, some people be like, because Joe be saying shit occasionally, but it's like, look, man, hey.
He's good at what he does. And I love his setup. That's our goal, man, to have, the penthouse, that whole little setup is fire.
It's gonna happen. It's happening.
Think
now.
So?
I know it. I can look around and I can see it.
Yeah.
We're going to fuck around and look out this window. We're going to be in Miami one day.
There you go.
My weave going to be long to my feet. All red.
Yeah, I'm going to be bald. I'm losing my hair every day.
Are you, Jim?
Okay, yes. Yes. Every time.
You ain't but 35, ain't you?
35.
I guessed that right?
Yeah. You guessed that right on the nose.
Psychic.
Yeah, I turned 35 like 2 weeks ago.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. So, your winter project. What's your upcoming? You want to talk about your upcoming project? And,
yeah.
You want to talk about that for a second?
Sure. I mean, I got a few things that I need to be working on. I really want to ground my feet in a creative space. So I'm working with the homegirl Kasia on that. Shout out Kasia, the original. But I have like an alternative vibe.
You talking about the model, Kasia?
Yeah, she's like, I know her to be like an entrepreneur, businesswoman. We talking about renting spaces out. We talking about putting 10, 15 racks here and there, seeing what that could do. That's what her and I talk about.
Okay.
But yeah, she is gorgeous, so I could see she would have no problem modeling. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just working on that. I have a really deep, intimate cut that we've been working on for some years. I have one song on there called Balance. It's about just like finding my balance, and just expressing, trying hard to keep my balance, but if I'm being honest and transparent, it ain't that easy.
It ain't.
And it's always been like that for me as a Pisces, But I have another one that's called, what is it called? Oh, I think it's called, I can't remember because we kind of switch it a lot, but I might have my homie Anthony the Sanguine on it, and it's just like, the Sangenuine. It's just like crying out to God, because I've just like been through it over the last few years. So I have those moments in my studio where, I just come to my mic, come back to the core, how I heal myself and how I transmute, my trials and tribulations and transgressions into great art. I done cried on my mic numerous nights. That's how I heal myself. So, I stumble across a piece of work that's like, it just hits so deep to the core. And I'm like, I want to put this out, so there's a couple on there like that. And so I'd really love to get that out, still figuring out the time. I got 2 from Python in the cut right now.
Yeah.
I think one of them is coming out in the spring though. It's very cute. It's very cutesy, very demurtsy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So these are a single song you talking about? This project?
I have a winter project on the tuck. I have a rock and roll EP too, but I don't know about all. Yeah, it's there.
That's
I recorded it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got to figure out the timing with it.
You got to roll it on out if you recorded it. It's
you got to.
You got to.
It's rock and roll.
Yeah.
I found Black Lions. I found their production on BeatStars one day. And, I'm pretty, like, writing is like, I really spent the last, 5 years just, super sharpening my sword when it comes to writing. So my pen is sharp. So, my sessions usually, I try to not leave out with less than 5, at least a verse, at least 2 verses and a hook. At least. Right. 2 verses in a chorus, at least. Just to kind of train that. And so I found them and I made an EP within I made like a few strong references in like those first 48 hours. And I think maybe out of 9 of them, like 6 of them are really good. But really what I want to do is like a live recorded performance with those because they're so vocally like charismatic and like they have so much character and dynamic vocally. So I think it would be really cool to like shoot that live.
Yeah, it would be dope. I always think performances with live bands are top tier. Like,
hell yeah.
Hell
yeah. Somebody got mad at me back home because I was like, look, I'm not doing no playback track shit.
Yeah.
I've been doing this too long. I'm not getting ready to keep singing over a goddamn, a flat ass, lacking dynamic, lacking, character and, vulnerability, intimacy, authentic talent. Like, I'm not getting ready to keep doing this.
Right.
Can I get a 3-piece band? And that takes us back to, the trials and tribulations of an independent artist. I have to advocate for myself.
Right.
Because we live in a show and prove society. And I get it. I didn't stop taking it so personal. Because we live in a society that says, I'm not going to invest in you or bet on you unless I know you're going to win. How do I know it? Is by seeing the proof of it,
Right.
And with artists, though, you got to be able to see the potential. So because I'm not super thousands caked up in Instagram followers, when I come in the spot, people act like I'm asking for too much if I'm asking you to kill the lights in the middle of the performance so my dancers can pop up, and I have my lighting technician. He's going to trigger the strobe. But I'm just asking for so much.
Right.
And it's like, dude, my issue with it is it's not an ego thing. For me, it's you're getting in the way of the growth of the artist. Because how are we going to be expected to be more than mediocre if I'm not allowed to express that in my live performances, to your point? So, yeah, it's like, enough of the playback track shit.
And I was kind of guilty of that too, like judging, like you say, Instagram followers, like judging people's, I don't know, cloud, I don't know, I can say level of respect. That'd be overdoing it, but.
Just maybe level of success.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. If you touch that many people to where like that many people connect with you, it's definitely something to be happy about because we not saying on the flip side, like anybody that's got, that much of a cult like following that did they work. They didn't work for that.
Right.
So it's like we respect it. But yeah, it don't always go hand in hand with like talent, per se, or like, But
before we get out of here, you want to talk about recording at Studio 400 and shout, Nick, Noman, and Ty?
Oh, yeah. So those are the first few people to kind of get me souped up with like 400. It's a great studio. Obviously, they've been killing shit. I love what they're doing and like the plans that they have to expand. Like, I'm on board with that. So, yeah. Good stuff, though. Yeah, we went there to work on some music. I plan on doing like a few listening parties there, so...
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Mars, are you familiar with Mars?
Mars?
Yeah, she's a singer here.
M-A-R-Z?
Yep.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And yeah, she had like an album release party, and it was pretty dope. Had a little live band.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was another event that, like, damn, I wouldn't have been here. You know what I mean? I didn't realize Louisville had so much talent just to get behind.
They got some talent. People better quit playing with Louisville.
Yes.
That's why I was like, you know what? Yeah, I might come fuck with it for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Because people done came up out of here. It's work in Louisville.
It is.
Okay, it's artistry in Louisville. It's musicianship for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I meet the most are musicians. And Lord, can they play?
They can.
Yes.
But this is the Big and Lazy podcast.
Big and Lazy.
Thank you for stopping by the set.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Mafia. Make sure y'all tap in. Let's show the Big and Lazy podcast how supportive you can be, Mafia. You know what it is. You know what it ain't. It's Aste. You already know where you can find me. ASTEMAR 3 eyes. You already know what it is. Tap into Femme Noir Sound too. We always gonna express gratitude and hold space for independent artists everywhere we go. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Appreciate you
it's one of the things that independent artists need is spaces.
I like that little plug.
Which one?
We're going to clip that up and send it to you. We're going to
thank you.
shit. Yeah,
I've been doing it for a while, so, I'm a little slick nanny with it. I can kind of get it off real quick.
Hell yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, but thanks for having me. Yes.
And follow us on everything. Big and Lazy Pod on IG.
Yeah.
BigandLazy.com, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah.
We had a Snapchat. We no longer have a Snapchat.
Oh my God, what happened to it?
Long story.
Oh shit.
You can post a lot of shit on Snapchat, but I guess you can't post Marijuana. I thought marijuana was legal in half the fucking country. Man, that shit. They took my shit like that. This is the second one.
They took my shit, and my blunt wasn't. My spliff wasn't even in the thing. It was the smoke. I was like, how y'all don't know it was incense? It was just smoke.
How do you know I'm not? I guess they location. Well, I might be in California.
Right, where it's legal. So I can't record it.
Yeah, they got my ass quick. So I had to write like a PO. I'm typing that shit. I'm not about to write a fucking PO for no Snapchat. Like they want 160 characters.
Take it.
Yeah,
right?
you got it, big dog.
We got the big five.
Yeah, we
got YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
I got another email. I'll make another. Fuck y'all.
F you guys, man.
And we appreciate it just like that. And we out.